Welcome to Studio D on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. And now, your host, Tori Johnson.
It's another Monday. It's another episode of Sooner Sports Pad. We're glad to have you back, and we're glad to have this crowd. They're loud. Guys, who's with us today?
Yeah, we've got members from the Lettuce Club tonight. They're here every year, so you know they love it here, and they're always loud, so we're happy to have them.
Yeah, they're fired up, they're ready to go, and they should be because we have two members of the back-to-back Big 12 champion OU football team, Kenneth Murray and C.D. Lamb. And later on in the show, Sam and I will give a look to what the Jalen Hurd-led OU offense will look like.
Plus, we'll tell you about a former OU basketball player who made his return to the Sooner State.
The men's and women's gymnastics teams picked up big wins over the weekend. The men's team, yeah, they're still winning. How many is that in a row? I don't even know. It's a very big number, but this is their 8th consecutive MPSF conference title. The Sooners edge number 2 Stanford to claim the title and remain on top. Then the women's team, they're headed the NCAA championship for the 16th time in a row. The Sooners posted a nation-high 198-475. Not only was it their 10th consecutive regional championship, but one of their stars posted a perfect 10. And Sam's got more for you guys on that.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, 16 straight years in the NCAA tournament, 13 with head coach KJ Kindler.
That's a lot. Yeah.
That's insane.
That's a lot.
That is insane. But are we really surprised the Sooners are back in the big dance? Not really. I'm not surprised.
No
The
reason
Sooners
to be at this
dominated as usual, winning the meet by almost half a point, and they won 3 out of the 4 events on the night. Let's start on the bars, where junior superstar Maggie Nichols posted one of the 2 perfect 10s on the meet. Nichols, Brenna Dowell, Nicole Lerman, and Anastasia Webb all took home a share of the win on beam with a 9.95. Freshman phenom Olivia Troutman put up a 9.975 on the floor to share the win with Sabrina Vega of the Georgia Bulldogs. But Vega did not win the all-around title. That was Anastasia Webb who won the all-around title with a 39.675 on the day. It seems so easy for these ladies. They just keep rolling through opponents left and right, but it's about to get a lot harder from here. They've got the NCAA championships now coming up. It starts with the semifinals this weekend against Georgia, Denver, and Oregon State. But at this pace, they're just going to keep rolling through those as well.
Same old for that squad. It's unbelievable. Tori, to
Yeah.
answer your question earlier, that was win number 116 in a row for the men's gym team. That's a lot of wins, Sam. 116 in a row. And they did it in dominant fashion. They won 6 of the 7 individual events. Joel Moldauer, the man, the myth, the legend, took home 4 of those. He won the pommel horse, the still rings, the parallel bars, and the all-around all by himself. Friend of the program, Levi Anderson, took home an event as well. He won the vault. Sophomore Gage Dyer picked up his first ever conference event win, taking the floor exercise. This team literally does not lose. They're chasing a 5th straight national title. That's next up in Champaign, Illinois at the NCAA Championships on April the 19th. Unbelievable run, and they're trying to cap it off with another ring.
Can't wait.
Well, looking ahead to this week's Sooner sports schedule in Norman, the baseball team is back in action Tuesday and Wednesday against Texas Southern. The men's tennis team will have a match here on Friday, then again on Sunday. The women's golf team will tee off at Jimmy Austin on Sunday as well. And the softball team, they have the foot on the gas, and they are not slowing down. Sam, tell us about the dominant weekend that they had.
Yeah, they were here in Norman at Marita Hines Field hosting the Baylor Bears. 3 games, 3 wins, and they took home all 3 by a combined score of 31-5. 31-5. And all 5 runs came in on Friday. It was a 7-5 win for the Sooners. Jocelyn Allo smashed her 7th home run of the season, and Sydney Romero went 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Saturday is when it started to get ugly for the Lady Bears. 8-0 run rule win for Oklahoma. Behind 5 innings and only 3 hits allowed by Mariah Lopez. She improved her record to 13-1 on the year. And then to top it all off on Sunday, 16-0 run rule win for Oklahoma. Kaylee Clifton and Sammy Skelly both hit bombs of their own, and the pitching staff combined for 4 hits allowed. Sunday's game marked Oklahoma's 46th consecutive home win, which broke the previous record set in 2002. Unreal that's lasted 17 years, but that's out of the park now. The team's rolling at the right time, and it's good that they are because they've got 5 road meets to come. Up next, they're in Lawrence, Kansas this Friday to take on the Kansas Jayhawks. Won't be back in Norman until May the 4th.
Yeah, that's tough for Baylor. 16 to nothing. Might need to fold the
That's
program
rough.
after that bad of a loss. As for baseball, they had a big series with TCU this weekend. Got it started off on the right foot on Friday. They walked off the Horned Frogs 7-6. Briley Ware, the big hit to knock in. Diego Muniz won that one the bottom of the ninth. Zaragoza was huge, the senior. He went 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. Brady Lindsley, Tyler Hardman, and Muniz all added RBIs, so it was a team effort to get that W. On Saturday, Kyler Murray, these guys know him pretty well. He threw out the first pitch. They probably could have used him, though. They lost on Saturday and Sunday, so they dropped the series. But real competitive games. TCU's a really good team. Encouraging weekend overall. They got a couple home games this week, as Tori mentioned, to get back in the win column. I think they will. So.
Yeah, absolutely. It's only a matter of time.
For sure. Still in good shape this season. Still in good shape.
Well, up next, we get to hear from 2 of our favorite members of the Sooner football team, and we get to catch up with one Sooner turned NBA tough guy. You won't want to miss it. Welcome back. Blake Griffin is arguably the greatest basketball player in OU history. He's now an NBA superstar, but he's always taken the time to give back to the community who's made him what he is. Friday, he was in town to take on the OKC Thunder, and Sports Pad's Josh Calloway was there to catch up with him.
All right, Blake, so obviously not the result you wanted tonight, but is it still special to come back to Oklahoma after you've been in the NBA all these years and play here?
Yeah, always. I mean, playing in front of friends, family, and just the people of Oklahoma, are always so welcoming and so embracing. Even though I've been on other teams, for every season. But it's always special to come back home. Nice little extra energy, from playing in front of, my parents, my brothers here, all my friends I went to high school with. I got to see them last night, so it's always nice coming back here.
You seem like a proud Sooner alum, right? So you gave back with the Griffin family Performance Center. What were some things you took away from your time there that made you want to do that and give back?
Just the atmosphere, everybody pulling together for a common goal, and how everybody kind of just embraces everybody. That's one thing that I really appreciated my time there. I felt like I had another family, and it was a pivotal point in my life. Transitioning from high school and all that to where I am today, and I don't take that for granted. Coach Kruger's done an unbelievable job. But I think when guys that do come through the Oklahoma basketball program, Buddy, myself, now Trey, very proud and hope to be back, summer after summer, and instilling the right things in the young guys, and getting that program, consistently back where it needs to be.
All right, last one. It's a two-parter. Did you keep up with Buddy and Trey at all? Did you follow what they're doing? Also,
yeah, of course.
Game of 21. Who's taking it? You three.
Of course I keep up with them. The second one, I'm always going for myself. We played some 21 this summer.
Oh, really? Who won those?
I think we played a lot of games. Buddy won like 4. I think I won 3. I'm not sure. You might have to ask Trey how many he won. I think it was a welcome to the league moment.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah.
Now it's time to hear from our guests, Kenneth Murray and C.D. Lamb.
Before we get into anything, got some business to take care of. CD, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday from all of us. We'll sing happy birthday to you later, but for now we'll talk about football. So obviously this Saturday is the spring game. Last year was the biggest spring game in OU history. Lincoln Riley wants to be even bigger this year. How excited are you guys just to get out and play after sitting around for all these months?
You want me to go ahead? You know what it is. So it's great for us to get a chance to get out there and perform in front of the fans. Great fan base we have here, and we always want to do things bigger, so we might as well just bring everybody out, come out to the game on Saturday.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, just like he said, Coach Riley trying to make it a big deal to come out here and, play ball on Saturday for the spring game. So, me, I love playing ball, so I'm looking forward to getting out there.
All right, so Kenneth, everyone knows about the new DC, Alex Grinch, and he talks about the speed D a lot. For some of the fans in the audience and the guys at home, can you kind of break down what that speed D is like and just what it's been like so far being under Alex Grinch?
It's great. He's a great coach, great guy. you know, it's fun playing for him. You can see why, you know, he was hired to come here. You know, his defense is basically based off of effort. And that's all it's based off of is, you know, getting to the ball. When we say speed D, you know, he says this, you know, you never want to be a slow kid. So everybody trying to fly to the ball, everybody trying to get there with a purpose and make plays.
Definitely. Good stuff. Look forward to seeing it. CD, I wanted to ask you, so, you know, Jalen Hurd came in. You guys seem to be clicking pretty well. You guys seem to be friends. He didn't take your number away. He's going to be number one. I didn't mean it like that. So how is that going? You guys seem to be, you know, good friends. How excited are you to get out there with him, and how dangerous can you guys be with Jalen Hurd at the helm?
I feel like he's like a dual threat, and he's pretty old in the backfield. He's been to the national championship, and he knows what it takes to get there. So like having him around us is like beneficial for us as a team, and offense and defense it's just great to have him there.
For sure.
So both of you guys obviously made an impact 2 years ago as freshmen, and now you're really developing. You're kind of the faces of the team. How does that experience kind of help you guys now? What did you learn over those years that you've been able to apply to guys like Theo Wees and Jane that have come in, and guys on the defensive side as well?
I mean, it's a lot. You know, when you play a lot of ball games, you learn a lot of experience. You know, kind of the ins and outs of what you need to do to play well. And what you need to do to be a great player. So, you know, when you got young guys coming up, you know, they obviously want to come in here and, you know, they want to come in and play and want to be great. So, you know, it takes time. You know, I tell every young guy, you know, it's a process, and you just come in here, work hard, you know, put your head down and go to work, and, you know, God will take care of everything else.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
I don't know if I can come back after that one. Like you said, everything's in God's hands. But going off what Kenneth said, it's just having a coach. You got to have great coaches, and it starts with them coming into a great system, having the young guys, and then also having the older guys to lead you in the right direction, lead the way. Just teach you the ropes, and for me now, being an old guy and teaching the young guys the way to go, it's just all in the speed of the game. Everything is all mental.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I think Tori's got an audience question for you.
Yeah, that's right. I have an audience question. It's actually a very special member of our audience. This is my mom. And she has a question for you guys.
I just wondered if you guys have a pregame tradition that you do to kind of get everybody excited, or for good luck that you do before each game.
Okay, I feel like before the game, we all pray together as a team before taking the field, praying for the best outcome, which we want to win. No injuries, no hurt, harm, or danger to either team. Just go out there to play to our best of our ability. That's about it.
Okay, good stuff, guys, but we're going to have to go to break for now, but if you can stick through the commercials, when we come back, our two analysts are going to face off, and you won't want to miss it.
Thanks to our cornerstone television partners, OU Medicine, Anheuser-Busch, OU Extended Campus, and our community partners, Landers Auto Group, Devon Energy, Coca-Cola, and OU Medicine.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Sure, let's go for it.
Okay, well, football's back, kinda. We have the spring game this weekend. So in the spring game, which do you think will be stronger, the passing game or the running game? Go ahead, Sam.
All right. I don't really think Sunday or Saturday will be much of an indicator of what to expect in the fall, because I really don't think Lincoln Riley's going to show that much of his playbook, right, CD? Yeah, he knows. There you go. But I actually still think the passing game could have a really good day. So here's a couple reasons why. First of all, just look at the receiving core. You got C.D. Lamb right there in the audience. He might be a preseason All-American, along with Grant Calcaterra. You've got guys like Lee Morris and Charleston Rambo who have been solid options in the past. And then you've got five-star recruits like Jaden Hazelwood, Theo Wees, Austin Stogner, Trajan Bridges. The list goes on and on. I also think Lincoln Riley's really going to want to see a lot from Jalen Hurd and Tanner Mordecai, put him in a lot of different situations. And finally, Alex Grinch still said several times that the speed D is still a little bit of a work in progress. So I'm not saying that the run game is going to struggle or anything. I'm not saying that the defense is going to struggle or anything. But I'm saying the passing game could really have a good day against that secondary. I think they're the more experienced group, and I think they'll really show out on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, they have about 1,000 different people they could throw the ball to
It's true,
on
yeah.
offense, but I think the run game's going to be just as good as the pass game this year, if not better. I really do. First of all, have you seen Jalen Hurd? He ain't small. He's big. He can get some yards himself. He's a proven really good runner in his own right. Lincoln's going to draw up some plays for him to run the ball, in my opinion. I believe, you have Trey Sermon, he's a monster. We know that. Kenny Brooks, who was the breakout player last spring, the spring game, he just glides around the field. TJ Pledger, that guy could be a breakout player. He is really, really talented. I think the rush game is going to be just as good as the pass game this year, if not better. I really think so.
That's bold. It's very bold.
I know that's not the air raid, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we'll find out on Saturday, but the big dance is later on tonight, and Texas Tech looks to become the first team from the Big 12, besides Kansas, to win the championship. So I'm back over here with my mom, and she has a question for you guys about that.
What's up, Mom?
Who do you guys think will take the win tonight, Virginia or Texas Tech?
Okay.
All right, I'll go first. I've been a really big fan of Chris Beard coaching at Texas Tech, and they've had a heck of a run. But I'm going to say the same thing I said last week. I got to go with the best team left in the tournament, and that is the Virginia Cavaliers.
Best
I've got
of two?
them winning it. I've got them beating Texas Tech.
They're
yeah,
booing
that's
ya.
fine. Hear me out first a little bit. I mean, this team got very lucky against Auburn on Saturday. There's no doubt about it. But they're still the favorite in this one for a reason. They have one of the best backcourts in college basketball, guys like Kyle Guy and Ty Jerome. And then you've got DeAndre Hunter, who can shoot from the outside and lock down the other team's best player. He might be a top 5 pick in the NBA draft next year. The way this team plays is just insane. They just suffocate you all the time. You can't make any mistakes on the offensive end because they're just going to capitalize on it. And I really don't think Texas Tech has played a team like that all year. It's going to be a slugfest. It's going to be the battle to 55 points. But I think Tony Benton gets his first national championship, and the Virginia Cavaliers to take it.
Yeah, look, it would be cool to see them win
that wasn't so
after
bad.
losing to UMBC last year. That's a great turnaround. But I'm going to go with the Big 12 here. I'm going to go with Texas Tech. Chris Beard is one of the best coaches in college basketball. He's climbing up the ranks really fast. Jarrett Culver is the best player on the floor in this game. That guy is an absolute beast. Virginia, let's be real, they got lucky to beat Auburn. They may not even really deserve to be in this game. Texas Tech is going to take them down first to 50 wins. I'm going with the Red Raiders. Heavens knows they're not going to win a football one anytime soon. They got to get this basketball one while it's there. Let's go Texas Tech. I think they're going to win.
I'm telling you, Lubbock may not survive the night if Texas Tech wins.
They're going to get one for the crazies out there in Lubbock.
Okay, so I have a question for our audience. So how many of you guys are rooting for the Big 12 for Texas Tech tonight?
Sounded like a lot.
That doesn't look good for my chances. My odds are not looking good.
Sam, you might be in trouble, but let's
Yeah,
head
I
into
know.
phase 3 of face-off. Show me your viral videos. Come back right here,
Well,
Sam.
hopefully I can win them over here. I've always been a sucker for these kinds of videos. South Carolina had their spring game over the weekend, and what was just another field goal actually turned out to be a pretty special moment. Check this field goal out. This is Parker White is his name. He's a kicker for the team. Gets the Garnet team up 10-3. Not a bad field goal. Nice little 37-yarder. But Will Muschamp, the head coach of South Carolina, says, hold on, just give it a minute. And then they turn to the Jumbotron and check this out.
For a special presentation, check this out.
I mean, that's awesome.
It's good stuff.
You love the team rallying around the guy, and I just love videos like that with walk-ons who just work their way onto the team and eventually get their scholarships paid for them.
Yeah,
so.
good stuff. Kickers are people too. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
I
kicked in middle school.
Cyber was great. I love Cyber. I've been off the show for like a month, so I've just been sitting on this video. I don't really know how to set up. Let's just roll it. This little girl's adorable. Let's just check this out.
I'm about to put you on real quick. Dip your frying hair. I promise you, dip it in here, it's gonna change your life. Stop being skeptical, dip it in. Mm-hmm. Taste that thing. Mm-hmm. 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 Daddy know what he's talking about, don't he? Can I get a fry dance?
Yeah, someone needs to turn her on to some Whataburger spicy ketchup and it will be game
That'll
over.
change her life.
She'll
That's a
dance.
game
She'll dance
changer.
right out of that high chair. Good stuff.
Okay, well now it's time to vote on who you guys think's the winner. So whoever you think won, you cheer the loudest for. So go ahead if you think Sam won.
Come on. There we go. Come on.
Okay. Pretty good. Now if you think Josh was the winner, go ahead and cheer. Face-off to Josh. Sorry about you, but that's it for this. But be sure to stay with us, because when we come back, we're going to see how well these two football players really know each other. You won't want to miss it. Welcome back. It's time for Dynamic Duos. Last time CD was on the show, he was with Hollywood. He went 6 for 6. This time we got a little offense-defense action. How do you think you're going to do this time?
I'm kind of confident, but we're going to see how I go.
Okay, well, question number 1. What is Kenneth most afraid of? A, snakes, B, the dark, C, failure, or D, losing to Texas?
Failure.
Okay, question number 2. If Kenneth could have dinner with one person, alive or dead, who would it be? A, Abraham Lincoln, B, Whitney Houston, C, LeBron James, or D, Val?
Val.
He was like, yeah, he'll get that one. Okay, question number 3. What song could you catch Kenneth singing in the shower? A, I Will Always Love You, B, Racks in the Middle, C, Bodak Yellow, or D, Old Town Road?
Racks in the Middle.
Oh, he got it. All right, that was great. 3 for 3. That's all we got for you guys tonight. Thanks for tuning in. But why don't we sing happy birthday to CD before we go?